Good morning, bună dimineața. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sierra. I am the American that moved to Romania for 1 year without knowing anything about it before. This was my first ever experience in Europe, and I honestly have to say it was so incredible. There are so many things to love about Romania, but today I've come up with 10 things that I loved about living in Romania. The first thing that I loved was the local farmers market. So in Romania, you can actually buy fresh produce so much cheaper than you can at the grocery store, which was a complete shock to me because in America, it is the opposite. Farmers markets are more expensive than grocery stores. So I kind of went into my experience in Romania thinking the same way, but it is actually so much more affordable to buy fresh produce, and being able to support local people is so sweet. Just remember to take your cash. The second thing that I love is that people are genuinely really friendly and extremely helpful. If you have questions or don't know how to pronounce something, you can definitely ask someone and they'll be more than happy to help you. For a funny story, my husband and I were walking to the mall one day and there was a group of 3 guys. They were trying to get someone to help them push their car off the road. So they recruited my husband in to help them push the car. We didn't know what they were asking us because they were speaking Romanian. They didn't speak English and my husband was speaking English. And so it was just really funny to see how they just like totally brought him in. The language barrier didn't matter and they all worked together to get the car pushed. I just love that people are really helpful and they go above and beyond what you ask them to do. So if you ask them for a simple favor, more than likely you will get way more help than you ever intended. The third thing that I love is how incredibly beautiful the towns in Romania are. We lived in Cluj-Napoca, which is one of the largest cities in Romania. It's so incredible to walk around the town and look at all of the bright, colorful, really cool buildings. There is so much culture and heritage intertwined into every single town, and it's just so amazing. Always something new to discover and something amazing to see. The fourth thing that I love is actually the language in Romania is such a beautiful language. It is actually one of the Romance languages, and it just sounds so cool to hear people speak. I always found myself in awe out in public, like just hearing people talk. I just thought it was so cool. The fifth thing that I love about Romania is how much nature there is intertwined into and around every town. So it's so beautiful to walk through the parks where there's so much nature that's been preserved. And then also you have the Carpathian Mountains, which is roughly 900 miles of mountain range that spans across Europe. 55% of the mountain range actually lies in Romania, which is really cool. Also, Romania is home to approximately 60% of the brown bear population in Europe. So if you want to go spotting brown bears, definitely take a hike in Romania. You're bound to spot one. Not to mention the Danube Delta, which is considered to be one of the best preserved deltas in Europe. It accounts for approximately 300 different species of birds and over 45 different species of fish. Also, there are 9 UNESCO World Heritage Sites located in Romania. If you want to learn more about these small villages, definitely check out Flavours of Romania on Netflix. It's such a beautiful documentary that captures so much of the countryside. Keep in mind with that documentary, it is documenting small town villages. I noticed when I was watching the documentary, there was quite a difference between village life and city life in Romania. The cities I find to be pretty similar to what we're used to in the US. Highly recommend to watch that. Number 6 is Romania is actually home to one of the best highways in the world. I am totally gonna butcher this, so I am so sorry. Trans-Făgărașan Highway, which is over 150 kilometers long, one of the most beautiful and best known highways. It has become a really popular tourist attraction due to how incredible it is. Okay, the 7th thing I love about living in Romania is actually how amazing their coffee is. They take their coffee so seriously. I have never had a bad cup of coffee, and that was my favorite thing to do in Romania, was to go around to all the local coffee shops and try different places, different flavors. I was never disappointed. Don't just grab your coffee to go, make sure that you stay and hang out and just experience the environment because it makes the coffee so much more enjoyable. The 8th thing I love about Romania is the Christmas markets. Oh my goodness. They absolutely blow away every single Christmas thing in America ever. The cutest markets with fresh gingerbread and lots of homemade crafts. It definitely melts your heart and puts you right in the Christmas mood. The 9th thing I love about Romania is all of the castles. It is so amazing to go around and see all of the really old castles that are still standing in Romania. Bran Castle is an extremely popular castle that is sometimes referred to as Dracula's Castle. There is the Corvin Castle that is often referred to as Fairy Tale Castle, and you can tell why it's called that based on these pictures. Then you have the famous Bánffy Castle, which actually hosts the annual Electric Castle Festival, which is so cool. The festivals in Romania are so fun. If you have not visited one, definitely make sure that you check one out. The 10th thing that I loved about living in Romania is how safe it is and how respectful people are in public. I could walk a Cluj-Napoca all day by myself, an hour and a half each way to the mall, and I never felt unsafe. I feel like people in Romania are so thoughtful of others in public. For example, if you're walking on the sidewalk and it had just rained, cars will actually slow down or get over and change lanes if there is a puddle on the road so that you don't get splashed. I always felt like people were just very kind and thoughtful and watching out for others' best interests. Like I said, there are so many things to love about Romania. These are just 10 things that I wanted to list today for you. Let me know if you like this type of video and I will come up with some more things that I loved so that I can share. Thank you so much for experiencing Romania with me today, learning and growing with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.